Boom! What is up? We are live and in living color. A little throwback there for anybody from the 80s child like myself. My name is Jason J. Boom Leagard, and I just want to do this pretty much an on-the-fly, short and sweet, to the point, nitty-gritty 30-minute webinar here on a Wednesday night. So if you're here live or even watching the recording, I definitely, a lot of gratitude from me to you for taking time to invest 30 minutes into yourself, especially if you're an online entrepreneur. As I referenced in the title of this webinar about the resource I'm going to share with you and some mindset in regards to that. The fact of the matter is, I don't care what kind of entrepreneur you are online or in general, to be honest, but especially online. I don't care if you're promoting your nonprofit, you have your own book to sell, trainings, coaching, whatever, right? Fact of the matter is, you need these coming to check you out. These things, peepers, eyeballs. You need eyeballs, like Gary Vaynerchuk says many, many times. So, okay, in order to get more of those eyeballs, there's one of two ways you can go about it. And these two methods are referenced in a free report, that you can get access to. My link is actually in the description of this little webinar, and you can go over there right now if you want, and you don't even want to wait for me to yammer on about stuff and give you some value. You can go over to tinyurl.com/jboom513, and it's in the description, and you can get your free report. Now, what Justin Glover and Brenda Gagne, they're the co-founders of Results 513 and Ignition Mastermind. They've been mentors and great friends of mine here for a while, and they put together this free report, and they're talking about, you need traffic, plain and simple, and you need it every damn day, 24/7. That's how you build a business, okay? So Justin talks about there's two ways. You can either spend money, you do paid advertising, which is phenomenal because you can target it very specifically, this, that, and the other, tracking, all this good stuff. Or you can invest your time. And that's where traffic leverage comes into play, even more so than paying money out of your pocket. Because the thing is, if you are investing your time, especially if you're also working a full-time job while you're building your online business on the side, time is a very scarce commodity. So you need to leverage that time, right? Just like I do right now. I still have a full-time job. So when I'm doing things, I'm looking for the right resources and ways to approach things in a very simple, straightforward, and duplicatable manner. And then that builds this compound effect of results. So in regards to this free report, and also the enhanced video training that Justin and Brenda put together for all y'all, he's talking about the free method. So how to leverage your content, how to leverage yourself time-wise in order to get all those eyeballs that you want them to see about your MLM company, your opportunity, the book you just published, whatever it is, right? So he talks about this J12 method. And I'm going to take a wild guess here, folks, that the J might stand for Justin. Maybe. But, and I was thinking about that, like J12, like, it's Justin. And I'm like, well, Brenda helped out too, so why wouldn't it be B12? And I'm like, wait, isn't that a vitamin? So then, that probably good call, Justin. But he talks about these way to break it down, and how do you leverage your content? And in this free report, he talks about there are these different avenues that you can go into, gain access to, and leverage that. So I'm actually going to bring that report up if I can in a moment. See, bring that up. There we go. And so to give you one example, let me scroll on down. So okay, here we go. Number one, Justin talks about, you come, like, say you're let's say you're doing MLM and you're doing health and fitness. So maybe you're selling, a variety of shakes, supplements, whatever. So you want to do an article about your experience with using one shake a day for your breakfast and how you lost 5 pounds in the first week just by doing that. You didn't change your workouts, you didn't change nothing else. So that's like part of your valuable story. That's your valuable content to your audience. So you write up this cool article, you put your passion into it, you're giving them the breakdown of like how you maybe made your shakes, all this good stuff, right? Okay, great. So now you have this article, right? You've provided value, and you've also provided a solution to someone's problem out there who's dealing with health and weight issues. You're like, hey, I use this shake, once in the morning for breakfast. Here was my recipe. I loved it. It tasted great. On and on you go, right? And let's say, you put that out, so you get done, and maybe just you throw it up on your blog. Awesome. You're going to get some eyeballs to see that article that you wrote on your blog. But that's all you do. Now, great, you've created something of value, and you are going to get some traffic to that. But like the very first suggestion Justin makes here in the free report as part of the training is write the one article, then you go research, how can I submit that one article of high value, and then submit it to 10 to 30 different article directories. That's just one. That's the first one of his J12 method. Now think about that. One article on your blog versus 30 articles working for you, in a sense. It's the same article, granted, but you've now leveraged it 30 times over by submitting it to these article directories. 1, 30. I think maybe you're getting more eyeballs. Okay, so you see, and that's just one. That's just one. Let me I'm gonna throw you a bone. So let me grab another one here. So let's say, what else has he got here? I want to pick another one maybe not thought of. Okay, he talks about, let's say, no, this is a great one. So let's say you shoot a video. Let's say you shoot a video about that same experience doing the one shake a morning, right? So maybe you're in your kitchen and you actually show yourself talking about it, and you go through your recipe and the ingredients and why you liked it that way and why you felt it worked the best, right? So you shoot a video. Okay, again, one piece of content. It's a video that you put up on your YouTube channel. Great. Awesome. You're getting traffic. You're getting eyeballs. You're getting the peepers to your product, to your opportunity. Another one of the methods Justin and Brenda recommend is like, okay, take the YouTube video, but then take the audio portion out of that video and separate the two. Now you've got a video up on YouTube. Now you've got the audio track, which maybe you then upload to your SoundCloud channel, or you submit it to iTunes as a podcast. You submit it to other podcast directories, Stitcher, let's say. Again, now we're taking one piece of content, a video, splitting it off. Now I have a video and an audio. And of course, the video doesn't only have to go on YouTube. Video goes on your blog. You embed it. Video goes over, maybe you got a Vidler account, Vimeo, whatever. Put it on your Facebook page. You put it out, you link it from on your Twitter page, from YouTube. Again, it's about leverage, right? This is why this is so key with what Justin and Brenda put together for you guys. Now here is this is the sticking point, let's say. And this is a tough one. And it's something we tend to ignore or forget about. Because here's the thing. So I've only given you 2 of the 12, and this is just from the free report. This is like, we're not going into the nitty-gritty kick-ass details. That's where the video training they offer comes into play. I'm going to talk about that later and how you can get a hold of it. So, but here's the thing. So in order to really maximize this J12 method, the traffic leverage, here's where the rubber meets the road. You got to put in work. Did I stutter? I'm going to say it again. You got to put in work, which means you can't just create one piece of content, shoot one video, do one webinar, and just magically thousands of people are going to come and check you out, see what you're doing, what you're saying, what you're bringing to them. Ain't going to happen. So in order to get full traffic leverage, yeah, you're going to have to get in the mix, and you're going to have to sit down in front of your laptop, your desktop, whatever, and you're going to put in some damn work. Writing the articles, shooting the videos, recording the audios, creating your accounts with those 30 article directories, and then every time, new article, bam, bam, bam. Well, not bam, boom. That's what I do, right? J-boom. So it involves hustle. Gary Vaynerchuk, his favorite word, hustle your ass, hustle and work your face off, as he says. And that's the part with a method like this, with training like this. I looked through the report and dug into the training. I actually got pissed off, because I'm going through it. I'm like, God, this is just, it makes so much freaking sense. Anybody can do it because it doesn't take cash. And, hey, to be completely honest, most folks, if you're trying to start a business on the side, online, you're doing it after your full-time job, you probably don't have thousands, even hundreds, even tens of dollars maybe to put towards an advertising budget. You're using that to pay your bills, using that to maybe buy some software to get your new computer, whatever it is, right? So you've got the time, but you might not have the money. So then this is where the hustle comes into play. You gotta work your face off. You gotta write the articles, you gotta create the content, and then you gotta leverage that content accordingly using these methods. And it's simple, but it's not easy. Kind of like that cliche phrase, right? Because when I read through, I'm just like, gee, come on, man, really? Yeah, really. It is that simple. I mean, this is one aspect of how you can leverage stuff and get your advantage. Because, like for myself, I'm working a full-time job. I come home at night on a Wednesday, like tonight, as I'm doing this webinar for you guys. I've got to maximize the time because I have other obligations. Heaven forbid, I want to go have some fun once in a while, maybe throw down a little karaoke. So when I create that piece of content, well, how can I get the maximum return on my investment of that time? Because I can't get the time back. So if I'm putting in the time, you damn well, Skippy, I better be getting a return on that investment. So because I actually shared a Gary Vaynerchuk part of it in one of his interviews in a video earlier before we went live with this webinar. And he talks about in that video that the scarcest commodity in business these days is effort. And he was talking about entrepreneurs. He was talking about business builders like you, like me. And that's why I wanted to share that video, because it ties right into this J12 method with this traffic leverage, is that plain and simple, it takes freaking effort. It takes effort. But the thing that I have to constantly remind myself, and that's why I want to shoot this webinar, is if it just takes time, which you have, don't lie to yourself. You have time. You can create a window of time. Maybe it's 30 minutes only to start. I don't know. But you can create damn time for yourself. So you've got time, and if you've got time, you have the ability to put forth effort. You have that inside you, right? So if it takes time combined with effort, which both those things you have, right? You have those. Then you just have to then do it. You start taking the actions every single day, and you leverage it 12 times over. But most of us don't want to hear that. We don't want to hear about effort. We don't want to hear about sacrificing time from PlayStation 4, right? Or pounding some beers at the bar, watching the game. All those things are great. But if they're detracting from you leveraging your time to build the dream lifestyle that you want, the financial freedom you want, the happiness you want, all these things, well, then you aren't leveraging right. You're not. So that's what I thought was the beauty of the training that Justin and Brenda put out here is if you are ready to step up, it's available to everybody. You can get the free report right now. You can get the enhanced video training, that's the one I'm going to talk about here in a bit. That's the one I really encourage you to do. But you got time, you got effort, you can work your face off, like Gary Vee talks about. And a lot of you who have maybe followed me so far, I'm all about mindset, personal development. My business partner Eddie Aguilar and I, we got a lot of pans in the fire right now, and it all comes down to mindset. And what we're working on, it's the same thing. We're leveraging our investment of time in, okay, we need to create a new capture page for our new our free giveaway, which is then going to do this. And then remember, we're working on this video, and then we got the sales presentation to put together. We got to get our schedule set up for the new interviews we're doing for upcoming podcasts. Keep an eye out for that. So, and it's like, okay, this. We're both working full-time jobs. So like in the mornings, on a break at work, at night, weekends, we've had to put forth effort and time to leverage ourselves to the maximum when we can, to continue to compound and leverage our results. And that's why we're making the big jumps, especially since the first year. Just since first of the year, like things are just like, they are popping. We're in momentum, and we're building on that. So you have to get in this mindset when you get a hold of a training like this, is you buckle down, you get into it, you take your notes, you start figuring out, okay, I want to use these 10 or to 30. Here are my 30 article directories. I want to set up my accounts so I can submit articles. Okay, here's my YouTube channel. I'm going to create a new playlist on this topic because that deals with my business. Okay, great. That's set up, ready to put videos. Okay, what about this? What about that? Audio. Okay, I need a SoundCloud account. I want to start my own podcast like Eddie and Jason. Let me figure that process out, because then I can leverage every time I put a piece of content on my podcast. People are downloading those episodes. They're listening to them on their earbuds. They're loving what you're talking about. Now all of a sudden they come around because you leverage that piece of value you created, which maybe you originally wrote in an article, then you went through the content of that article to make a video, which is on YouTube, and then you pull the audio from the video, which you put on your podcast, and then you also have it in the articles, and then you're doing, do you see why I'm jacked up about this method, about this training, and about this way to leverage your time and your effort when maybe the cash flow is low? And I think a lot of folks out there can relate to that feeling. You want to get those people coming to you. That you want them picking up the phone, calling you, messaging you on Facebook, hitting you up on Twitter, emailing you. They want to get on a Skype call or a webinar with you and talk about your product, talk about your opportunity, talk about getting coaching from you. So without the shadow of a doubt, you need these things right here, eyeballs, every day. But cash flow is low or slow, and you're like, well then shit, how am I going to get people to see where I am? This is how you can do it. And kind of keep rolling here with the mindset aspect. Just think of it this way. You get this training, which I'll tell you about how to do it in a minute here. And you get the training, and let's say initially you didn't even go gangbusters. You didn't go the full J12 method. And you know what? Every time I think J12, I keep thinking D12, Eminem's band. I'm sorry, it just keeps popping in. I want to start, get into an Eminem flow here. And but let's say you didn't even go full speed ahead with the training that Justin and Brenda put together for you. Let's say you just use that first one that I talked about, the articles. You open up You find the 30 article directories, you get them all lined up, and that's the only thing you do. And let's say you even just do it, let's say you do it Monday through Friday. Weekends off, party time, watch the Super Bowl, whatever. But each day you wrote one article, and it's not like some huge novel length thing. I mean, it's an article, right? Maybe it's 500 words. You crank out a new article Monday through Friday, and each of those days, once the article is written, to those 30 article directories. Do you see the math? I suck at math, but even I can get this one. 5 days a week, one article per day, but submitted to 30 directories. What is that? 150 pieces of content leveraged out there, right? Hopefully that's right. So think about, and that's in 1 week. 5 articles, right? That turned into 150 pieces of content, value you've created for your audience, for your customers, that's out there doing its thing, sending out the feelers, right? Pulling those eyeballs back to you. In 1 week, off 5 articles, 150, they're circling. And then guess what? You take the weekend off. Maybe you get gung-ho, you write your next 5 articles on the weekend. Next week comes Monday through Friday, bam, 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 bam. There goes another 150. Think about that. In 1 month, working Monday through Friday, 1 article a day, you have 600 pieces of your content, your value, your insights, your leadership, your opportunity, your product, just floating around in internet land. And guess what? Eyeballs are coming to that. And then you build and you build. And that's just using method number 1. That's it. That ain't the other 11. And then there's 2 other things that Justin and Brendan talk about in the video training. Again, you're using the first one. That's it. That's pretty badass. You can make that shit happen today. All right? So we're coming up towards the end here. I'm checking my clock. And, again, I thank any of you who are here live, watching this replay, whatever. You invested 30 minutes of your time to check out what I had to say and what I had to offer. And here is what I have to offer you. As I said at the top of this, I got my link. You go to tinyurl.com/jboom513. That's going to take you over to where you can download the free report, where Justin and Brendan give you the basic breakdown of this J12 method, how to get traffic leverage. That's awesome. No doubt. The report will definitely get you started. It gives you like just this skeleton structure. Here you go. Look at some examples. Pow, get to it, right? Work your face off. That's awesome. But they're doing something even more killer, and as I like to say, boomtastic than that. So you download that free report. There's going to be a few other offers you get a chance to check out. You could get involved in Results 513, the regular training platform, which I'm a part of, have been since the jump. Fantastic. But hey, I'm saying don't even sweat that right now. Go to the video training version of Traffic Leverage. Justin and Brendan, normally what they're going to be charging folks, I think they're going to try to keep around $45-50. It's like 10 videos. I mean, it's more in-depth. It's more of like, walking you through the details of how to get this traffic leverage, right? But right now what they're doing, they're letting you grab it for $5.13. Let me repeat. The enhanced video training on how to get your traffic leverage, to get these eyeballs, to you, to your offer, to your product, $5.13. You see what they did there? Results $5.13. I mean, that's kind of cool, right? That's fun. We're having fun here, right? You got to have a blast as you're working your face off. Speaking of face off, great movie, John Woo, a classic. Travolta, Cage, awesome. So go over there. The minute you're done watching this, go over there, click my link, get the free report. It'll take you in there. Invest Think about that. $5.13. If I remember correctly, you can't even get a crappy fast food meal for that. You're going to get this enhanced video training, which can allow you to go deeper, hustle, get traffic leverage, get more eyeballs to your offers, to your business, to build out your email list, all these great things, right? For $5.13. I mean, when Justin first told me about it, I'm just like, you got to be joking, man. Like, how can you give this much value for that? You know, now granted, price is going to go up, and I don't know when. He didn't say when they're going to go full price with it. But for right now, for $5.13, you can grab it. And later tonight, you could be writing your first article. You could be watching the first part of their training, grab the first method, write an article, 500 words, 300 words, pow. Start figuring out how to use the first method, and you've got something going on tonight that's going to help you build your business, get you customers, which in the end, gee, what does that mean? Money in your pocket, which is going to allow you to do more and become more of what you want in this lifetime. Because in the end, I mean, we're talking about business here too, right? We're talking about business. You need customers. In order to get customers, they need to see you. That's traffic. But you need to leverage your time in order to get that traffic, to get those eyeballs, to get those peepers, those people to you. And that's what I want for you. It's what I want for myself, because I'm going to be implementing these methods, of course. I definitely want it for you. I've reached out to some of my friends already. They've taken advantage of it. They've grabbed it, you know, because they see the power in it. And I want to end with this. We got 3 minutes left. As I was going through the training and thinking about doing this webinar, and I was just reviewing the method and just the genius of its simplicity, and it made me think of it in this way. Pardon my French, curse word coming, but there's a point behind it. I call it SSS. Simple shit succeeds. And I think, to me, that's a universal law. Because if it's simple shit, you're probably going to do it, right? If it's simple, you actually might sit down and hustle. You might sit down and work your face off, because you're like, well, if I only have to do this one thing and it's just done this way every single time, over and over and over and over again, yeah, I think I could do that. Simple shit succeeds, and it compounds. It gives you the leverage you're looking for, and it takes you to the next level. That's what I want for my business. That's what I want for my business partner, Eddie Aguilar. Obviously, it's the reason I want to do this webinar, is because I want it for every single one of you. I don't care if you're building nonprofit, you have your own products to sell, you're doing multi-level marketing, network marketing. I don't care. But I know this training, you could get it today. Small investment, boom, and results. But always remember, you're going to have to put in effort. You're going to have to put in time. But if you do, you're going to succeed, plain and simple. With that, this is Jason J. Boom Leagard with 1 minute to go. Damn, I'm good. I said I'd go for 30 minutes, and that's how we're rolling, baby. We're even wrapping early. Feel free, reach out to me with any questions. You can hit me up on Facebook, message me through here. You can message me on my personal email, jasonleagard@gmail.com. Most importantly, right now, baby, click my link, get your training. Let's get you booming. See you soon.